Hey guys, Anthony Ace Michaels is back from bestsportspickstoday.com, a special Monday edition. There'll be a reason why I'm going to do this on Monday. Make sure you go to bestsportspickstoday.com and check out the free picks, some of the top handicappers that I like that are on there, and also the top sportsbook page. Check that out. A lot of sports books. I went through about 38 of them, like I said before. And the ones that are on there are the ones with the best bonuses, the best odds, fast payouts. So these are going to be ones that you're going to want to get into. I would sign up for all of them. Doesn't mean you have to deposit anything. But just to try to shop for the best odds, sometimes it really makes a difference, and it would have this weekend. Looking back at week 10 here, we went a perfect 3-0. That's what we were aiming for. I really liked that past week. We had the Browns covering. They were down quick. They should have beat the Ravens up pretty badly. They won by 2, but a win's a win. They were +6. They won outright. I really did like that game. I like that matchup, and every time these teams tackle each other, it seems like they split. So when Baltimore won 28-3 the first meeting, I really like the Browns here. Ravens got a quick touchdown on defense from an interception, and then quickly it was 14-0 just like that. But Ravens battled, but the Browns battled back even harder and got us the W. The other game on the card, these were all 12 o'clock noon games Central Time. Packers at the Steelers. Steelers -3. Steelers won by 4 because of that missed extra point. If you would have bet the Steelers later, you would have got 3.5. That's why we try to get that one in early, but it still would have covered. So that was our second win, and then our third win was a very easy one. That was my top bet out of all of them. Kept the money the same on the bets, but this is the one that I like the most. I didn't think that a team of the 49ers caliber, Super Bowl contender, could lose 4 in a row, and they didn't. They won 34-3, beating the Jaguars, a team that has a great record, but just doesn't score enough points to compete against an upper echelon team like this. So we're going to look at this week's picks. We're going to try to go 3-0 again. Really like this week going in. First game on the card, Thursday. That's why I got these in early, guys. Bengals at the Ravens. Bengals +4. This is that division where teams split a lot. And the Bengals and the Ravens both coming off losses at home. Believe it or not, I do like the Bengals, but I wasn't leaning on them last week. We won a lot of money on the Bengals. I think it was 4 wins so far, with Bengals either going against them or going with them. And in this game here, it's going to be a pretty even matchup. This is a game that the Bengals really have to win. They're in last place in the division at 5-4, believe it or not. They're still my team to be in the Super Bowl. There's just too many positive things about this team. Up and down, offense, defense. Some of the best players in the NFL are on this team. Not taking anything away from the Baltimore Ravens. Another great team. They just can't win those big games in the playoffs. Regular season team, one of the best. But I'm going to go with Joe Burrow here. +4 is just too many for this team. Could they lose the game? Of course. Is it going to be close? I do believe so. The only way it wouldn't be if there was a lot of turnovers, but these quarterbacks really don't turn the ball over too much as they did last week. I don't expect them to do the same thing here. It's going to be a battle to the end. I like the Bengals to win this game outright, but I will take the +4. Next game I really like on the card is the Chargers at the Packers. Sunday at noon Central Time. Chargers -3. We bet against the Packers. We've been winning the money against the Packers. Let's stick with that. The Chargers are just one of those teams that, would they score 38 against Detroit and they still lost? I don't think the Packers could score 38. I know you're not supposed to look back, but sometimes you look at teams that score a lot. I just can't see the Packers scoring 20 points. Yeah, it's going to be in Lambeau. It's not going to be one of those December, January games. It's going to be in the 50s. It's probably going to be sunny out. This is Chargers weather too, fellas. A lot of these players, I hate when people go with those analogies because a lot of these guys played in cold weather in college. So throw that out the window. But Packers do play a different ball game at home. I just don't think they could win here. I like the Chargers minus the 3. That's why I drove myself to the sports book, because I do see that Chargers line already moving to 3.5. And I do see the Bengals at 3 plus 3.5. So I was able to get them at 4 and minus 3 for the Chargers. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. So that'll be my second play. And then my third play of the day is a Monday night game, Eagles at the Chiefs. Well, Ace, how could this be one of your top plays? These are two of the best teams. This is a Super Bowl rematch, and the Eagles are out for blood this time. I do understand that. They're both coming off the bye. There's one thing that you have to look at. There's no injuries on this injury report. That says a big thing because there was injuries last time these teams played. Also, there's another thing. They're only minus 2.5. There's 3. I got it at 3, but I seen 2.5 on some of the sports books. So there's a huge stat here that I love. It'll eventually lose, right? There's only one guy right now that is as good as Anthony Ace Michaels. Pat myself on the back. I'm at an 86% clip winning percentage at 18-3 this year. Andy Reid's better than me. He's 87% win off of a bye. So Andy Reid coming off of a bye usually doesn't lose. So I will take that 87% chance. I will bet the money line, because if you bet a minus 3 and they win by 2 or they win by 1, Andy Reid still gets the win, but you get the loss in your pocket. So take the 160. That's what I did. Minus 160 right now. I don't see it moving too much because there's a lot of people that hate the Chiefs. So that being said, they're going to bet the Eagles. They lost a lot of money on the Super Bowl because their Eagles lost. They're going to come back and double up here. I don't think it's going to look too good for them guys because an Eagles team here, I'm still not sold on at 8-1, man. I like some other NFC teams. I like some AFC teams better than them, but they are 8-1, and I give them a lot of respect. But at the same time, Andy Reid off the bye is just unheard of. I wait for this every year, and sometimes the Chiefs are minus 13 or minus 10, and it's really hard to bet a money line. It's hard to take a point spread, but when you get something this juicy and it's under minus 200, they're at home, man, it's a no-brainer to me. I really like the Chiefs here, guys. Also, looking at a few other things, looking at Super Bowl picks. I know we were talking about that earlier in the season. When you go to bet a Super Bowl team for a future bet 2 bets, not 1. The meaning of this is you could always cash out one on these online sports books. So if you want to bet $10 or you want to bet $20, you want to bet $20 on, don't take a big favorite team. Don't take Kansas City. Don't take Philadelphia. Yeah, I mean, of course they're favorites and they're supposed to win. They're 6-1. You could get those 6-1 odds when the playoffs start. So don't waste your time. Look for those teams on the outside, like a Buffalo Bills team maybe that's like 18 or 20-1. Not that I love them, but they're a team that's always there, like a Cincinnati Bengals team. We got 28-1 a few weeks ago when they were packing up the losses. There's a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's in second place right there, and they were 80-1, man. Even a $5 bet, even a $10 bet. I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but you throw away a little bit, pennies on all the money you won. Take like 3 or 4 teams and just kind of hope for the best. And you know, $10, you bet 2 $5 because if they make it and beat a couple teams in the playoffs, you could cash that $5 bet in or $10 bet in for $100 or $200, and then you're still sitting on another ticket. So that's the big strategy for future bets. I had a future video. I wasn't able to download it for some reason, and it got erased. But I just wanted to add that in there. And the same thing goes with the NBA. Don't bet your Boston Celtics and your Golden State Warriors and your Denver Nuggets right now. Look for a team that's got off to a really slow start, man. I know that I say this a lot, but the Miami Heat, if they could pick up another point guard or a shooting guard, they're right there again, man. There's just teams. And then there's 2 teams that I won't ever bet on in the NBA. I switched topics a little bit. But for an NBA champion, I don't see a guy like Devin Booker because his team, they have Kevin Durant, and you need two basketballs. And at the end of the game, Booker wants to be the man, Durant wants to be the man, but Booker can't really do anything under pressure. So that's one team that I won't put. They're favorites, and that's a team that I just could write off. And then if you go into the East and you look at the Boston Celtics, that's a team that's favored to win, and they just can't prove it to me. They got guys, like I said, Tatum. He's a guy that's one of the best players in the NBA in the regular season, man. Go with the Boston Celtics in the regular season. Go with the Phoenix Suns in the regular season. When the playoffs start, this is when you kind of fade those teams. Those are two teams out of a few that I could just say and watch them win. And if they win, that's cool. I'm not going to win my future bet because I don't have those teams at those low odds because there's no value. But sorry to get into it too deep. But let's try to get this 3-0 again. I got 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0. So 18-3 so far. I want to put that 3-0 there for week 11, but I just don't know. There's the NFL is a tricky game, and a fumble could push it the other way. Look at Green Bay. If they didn't throw the interception, if they don't miss the extra point, they kick a field goal, it's overtime. We don't know if Pittsburgh covers, but that's all I got, guys. Stay safe out there. Make sure you check out bestsportspickstoday.com, and also hit the like notification. Maybe tweet out something about this good record that we're doing. Let's get some more subscribers. I'm doing it for free. Like I said, I've been doing this since 2007, guys, and it's just fun to me. I want people to beat the sports book. I'm betting my money. Some of you guys are following me. Let's beat these sports books up, and let's continue to do it. I'll see you next week.